this is Kelly Osumi. I'm reporting to you live today from Orange High School. I'm here with Kathy Smith, and she's going to tell us what's going on with our local teachers union.
Hi Kelly, I'm glad you're here. Currently, our district is having a disagreement, shall we say, with our district office. They have received a 10% increase from the state, which is an ongoing increase, and they have chosen to say that, in their opinion, the fair amount would be a 2% increase. Now, the one thing that people need to understand is 10%, we want 10%, okay, but the 10% we want is not equivalent to the 10% that they're getting.
And when was the last time you received a raise to the standard living?
We did get, I believe, 4% last year, and that is the one thing where we're at odds with the district, because their thing is if you look over the last 3 years, we've gotten a 6% pay raise. Where the big issue we have is we are having a hard time retaining new teachers. They come here and they tend to leave. We may have gotten a 6% pay raise over the last 3 years. However, we're still $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 lower than other districts, which means 3 years ago, before we got those pay raises, there was a big difference in what we got paid.
And those districts are within our own county, correct?
Yes, and then if you do Santa Maria is not in our county, but there are teachers from here. You know, it's 20 miles up or down, and you can get paid between $15,000 to $20,000 more by going to those districts. So what happens with these new teachers, because they're just starting out, they need to go to the most lucrative, stable district there is. And in the union's belief, we believe they have the money. There was data that was gotten hold of by CTA that showed between last year's budget and this year's budget, the district increased their consulting fees that they pay outside consultants for, and it increased by, I believe it was $2.3 million, and that is in 1 year.
And is it true that it is projected to even double in the future?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know that for a fact. But this 10% monies that they're getting is ongoing, and they're saying it's spent. Well, yeah, it's spent because we started this in August, because last year they said, well, we'll come back to the table and negotiate in good faith, and in our opinion, they have not done that.
And so how are you hoping to achieve this 10%?
Well, right now we've gone through all the legal things that you have to do with negotiations. We've negotiated, and then we went to mediation, and then we went to fact-finding, which is where 3 different groups of people look at the money to say, is the money there? And of course, in my personal opinion, this is almost April, so they will have used the money, but they do have quite a surplus. I believe it's $10 million. And I believe they have to have a $2 or $3 million surplus. So they have monies available, and what they need to do is they need to sit there and they need to show their appreciation,
right,
rather than just saying, "Oh, you're great people." You know, people want to get paid for the work they do.
Right. And when are you hoping for these answers? And is there any way that the community can help you out?
Next week there's a school board meeting on Tuesday, and we are hoping for a bunch of people to show up. We've had terrific parent support. There is a leafleting throughout the 5 cities this weekend on Saturday, where teachers are going to be talking to the community. There is a community action group that is working with us. Next Wednesday, there's another opportunity for them to negotiate, and then if that doesn't work, then on Thursday we are doing a strike vote. That doesn't mean we strike, but what that does do is that gives our leadership the ability to go back to the table, and they can call a strike. We're hoping that it won't come to that. We're hoping that the two groups can get together and come up with a fair settlement.
And you'll be happy with a fair settlement.
Right, if it's fair, but if fair in our view. You know, if they got 10%, you know, there should be quite a big chunk for us.
Okay, and what are you hoping that final outcome can be then?
Well, right now, because we're in negotiations, there's a legal thing that you can't, I don't know exactly what they're hoping for. I do know that the union is looking for a multi-year contract, something that this district has never done. So hopefully they'll come up with numbers that that both sides or the union membership will feel comfortable with, a certain percent this year and a certain percent next year.
Okay, well, thank you, Kathy. Kathy is the head of the math department at Orange High School, and she is also the core organizer for the team of the Teachers Union. And we appreciate her time, and we look for everyone's support in the community in this issue. Thank you.